as well as allowing you to hop around the spreadsheet with great ease, if it's Ctrl G's, Ctrl J's and Ctrl L's, EspressoRec is very good at helping you hop around workbooks as well. Ctrl M, or double clicking on this particular item, will open up the list of all the workbooks that you've been in since you've installed EspressoRec, and this list will go on for thousands and thousands and thousands. By double clicking anything in column A, it'll open that file up for you. And double clicking in column D will change the folder. At the moment it should be F:, which it is, and this one, if I double click here, do Ctrl O, will be C:, and you can hop around the folders. This is quite trivial in this particular instance, but when you have very large deep networks with G:, backslash, accounts, backslash, payables, backslash, go on for several levels of folders, being able to hop around them quickly using this facility is very, very useful as well. Ctrl W is mnemically for were. What happens is you go into a file, Ctrl M again, and the question is, I went to file 9. If I do Ctrl W, it brings up for me at the top the name of the file and its full path, and in the middle bit I can do Ctrl C and then go to an email and paste into the email, or paste into a, what's this, Ctrl K, Ctrl V, paste into a link with the full file name, so somebody can go and double click it and access the file very quickly. And when with very large file names and folder names and path names, especially now with SharePoint as well, this works with SharePoint, it saves a lot of time. The other one I'm not able to show you here is the Ctrl Shift D, and what that does is that establishes for you the folder of the current file. So for instance, where we're here at the moment in F:, backslash, that's where the file is. Where I am is in the folders is C:. Normally then, to find out the other files next to the one in the F:, I'll have to find my way around the network tree again. But by pressing Ctrl Shift D, it's exactly the same as double clicking here without this being open at all. And now we're back into the F drive as well. I can't demonstrate this here because the Camtasia also uses I'm using here to record this, also has Ctrl Shift D as a shortcut key. So it's not working now for this. And that's how to hop around the files with EspressoRec. The navigation keys of EspressoRec, which are very powerful and very useful, especially given the very large spreadsheets that are now available with 1 million rows and 16,000 columns, and there's incredible time savers, are these 6 here. 2-row navigations, 2-column navigations, and 2 area navigations. And that's small g, and so Control G, and then big G, Control Shift G, G, Control J, Control Shift J, Control L, it's an L not an I, Control L, and Control Shift L. So let's have a look and see what these do. Okay. I'll give these out for a couple of seconds and going to actually work for you. Okay, so imagine you had some data here that said Jan, and let's make it easier. And then March, say. And this might easily go on till all the way over here to December. There may or may not be a total thing there, and it may get repeated for different years. Alright. And you had some data down here, title and things, and then the classic thing would be amounts. And what you want to do is you want to highlight the end of the row, for instance, going that way. So what you do is you do Control G, put your cursor on the row you want to, and when you do Control G, this cursor will go all the way along to the very, very last item that you have here, even if you can't see it. I'll just do it in one instant for you. So from here, Control G, and it's gone all the way over there to the December. Now, imagine there was some other number down here for some reason or other. Down there. And you wanted to make sure you captured the area all the way over to here, rather than just here. What you do is you start off on the row you're interested in, go down to where you think all the data might be, and then do Ctrl G again, and this time go all the way over here, finds out the last column of all of these and selects it for you. That's the Ctrl G. Ctrl Shift G does the same thing, except it actually goes to that cell. So Ctrl Shift G to go into that cell. That's for the row navigation. The column navigation is one you'll be a little bit more familiar with. Basically, Ctrl J will go to the bottom of the column, go to the bottom of that column. So we have a column right down to the million rows. Then Ctrl J would go down to a million rows for you. And in a similar manner, if we had data here, here, and here, here, and you wanted to select not just the column that went down to the bottom here, but to make sure you were to capture all the area here, you go across a few columns, then do Ctrl J, and it will go down to the bottom one of these. It's particularly useful when you're doing formulas. So for instance, if you had some data here, and more data here, there, and you can't see how far that goes down. You don't know, indeed, it sort of goes down any further than this one. So you have a sum. That's easy. Go across. Go over the sum right there. You want to copy that down. If you do Ctrl C, belong to this column. By doing Ctrl J, it will ride down nicely to the bottom of that column for you, which of itself is very powerful. And indeed, if there was gaps in this column, you would still Ctrl J and go down to the bottom of the column. But even better than that, you can do Ctrl C, go across all columns that you're interested in. Say for instance this one. Again, Ctrl J, and go down to the bottom one, so you can copy and paste that down. And what that will save you doing is the classic thing where you grab the formula with the Ctrl C, and then you start copy pasting down, overshoot, undershoot, go back up again. Well, the overshoot, we sort of spend afternoons kind of missing and overshooting and trying to get to the bottom of this data set. Control Shift G, Control Shift J is exactly the same as this, except it goes here. If you Control Shift J, it will just actually take you down to the bottom of that one. Or if I'm here, Control Shift J, it will take me down to the bottom of that one. The areas are then, whereas the Control Shift J, for instance, will just kind of select just this one column here. Control J, not Shift J. Control L, I go across here like this, will highlight the whole range right down to the bottom cell here. So if I'm here, do Control L, it'll work out for all the places, but work out what the bottom row of all these columns are. Control Shift L, this one here, isn't one that goes to like the Shift G's and Shift J's. What it does is it's the same thing for a column, but this time it's row-wise. So we have lots of rows of data here. No idea. Happening. You don't know what it is because it's thousands and thousands of columns further along. There. And you want to do a formula, that's the description that you have sitting here, then what you do is you highlight it, go down in the columns, and then if you do Ctrl Shift J, you highlight to the left, to the right, and select all the way over to the last thing it found in the columns. So that's the area navigations and the row navigations and the column navigations, which are very, very useful in saving hours and hours and hours inside EspressoRec. EspressoRec is installed inside the My Documents or Docs or My Docs folder under another subfolder called EspressoRec. When you first install EspressoRec, you go to you enable macros, and then you open this file here, EspressoRec installer. It's a demonstration file of some of EspressoRec's features, and we're going to have a look at the hotkeys, the keyboard shortcuts. The first and most important one is Ctrl E for EspressoRec. So if you do Ctrl E, then it'll go to the EspressoRec file if it's open, and if it's not open, it'll open it for you. And that's how you access EspressoRec, by Ctrl E. If any of these shortcuts you have already used on some other program or some other add-in, then they probably won't work, and so it's a good idea to change them. But particularly for EspressoRec, it's quite an important one. I have it such that you're using that as Ctrl E as another feature, and it doesn't work, then you just come into this file, the hotkey list file, and you just double click on the E and it'll come up with EspressoRec.